I am Misunderstood, the librarian from Such a Library, a Yiddish folktale reimagined by Jill Ross Nadler and illustrated by Esther Vandenberg. So in this story, it is a retelling of the folktale It Could Always Be Worse. And actually, at the very beginning of the story, you even see the characters from the original folktale. And then they head to the library, which is where I am. So in this story, it's about a boy named Stevie who wants his library to be very quiet. But there are pages turning and keys tapping and the storyteller saying, "Once upon a time." So Stevie comes to see me. That's me, Misunderstood. And he says, "This library is like a party. It's like a party in here." And Misunderstood says, "Aha!" And she opens up a magical book, and out of the book pops children that are having a birthday party. Stevie doesn't like this very much, and it continues on from there. He says, "It's like a zoo in here." What do you think happens? Zoo animals. "It's like a circus in here." Yup, the circus pops out. So all kinds of fun, wacky things happen. And I wanted to do a craft based on this book because I thought some of you might be home and a little bit bored. So we're gonna make a pop-up book, just like my magical book with things that pop out of it. So we can make a pop-up book using cardstock that I don't have. If you don't have any cardstock, that's okay. You can use old file folders, which I have a lot of. So if you have an old file folder like this, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take a pair of scissors, and you're just going to cut on the folded side. Make sure it's the folded side, not this side. The folded side, and you're going to cut about 1/3 of the way up. Here we go. Right there, about 1/3 of the way up, and now I'm going to fold my edges. Here we go. I'm just going to fold them like that into little triangles. So you see I have those folded pieces right there. Doesn't look like a pop-up book yet, but it will. I'm going to fold those down and open up the folder. Still doesn't look like a pop-up book, but I'm going to push those little triangles through and then fold it so it looks like that. So those triangles are now inside the folder. So now when I open up the folder, it looks like a chicken. I have a thing about chickens. I don't know if you can tell. I have one in my hair, and there are chickens all around the book. So I like to make chickens pop out of books, but it doesn't quite look like a chicken yet. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to decorate it with some markers. Here we go. When I open my pop-up book, I have a chicken. And you can do the same thing, but you know what? You can also write your own story about a chicken or anything you'd like, because you really can make anything you'd like. I've also made, let's see, I made 3 little speckled frogs, so you can do 3 triangles, and look, 3 little frogs. I also made there it is, a monster. You can make a shark. You can experiment with the size that you make your triangles, the size of your cuts, and make sure you write a story about those characters. You can also put them all together into one big pop-up book. I can take all of my creatures, put them together, and with a little bit of tape, I'm going to make a book. So now I've taped those pages together and I can put them inside another folder. look, I have my very own pop-up book. You can decorate the outside, you can cover it with wrapping paper or felt or anything you want, and then you have a pop-up book. And make sure you write the story. It's just like my pop-up book from Such a Library, a Yiddish folktale reimagined that is being published by Intergalactic Afikomen and coming out in June 2020. Thanks, bye-bye!